Hey, sorry. I know it's late, and I hope I didn't wake you up. Actually, I was kind of hoping you were still awake. I know that probably sounds weird, but I was lying here trying to fall asleep, and I couldn't. I just kept rolling over, checking the time, trying to get comfortable, try not to think. And I found myself wondering what you were doing. Wondering if maybe you were asleep. Wondering how your day went. And I eventually thought, you know, why am I sitting here wondering? I could just ask you. So, here I am. Hi. I'm glad you're listening to me. Come here. Get comfortable with me. You can close your eyes if you want. You can stay awake if you want. You don't have to do anything. I just wanted to talk to you for a little while. You know what's funny? I don't even really have anything important to say. I didn't want to talk to you because something happened. I wasn't bothering you because I needed help. I wasn't trying to get your attention because I had a huge story to tell. I just wanted to hear your voice. I just wanted to know that you were okay. I just wanted a little company. And if I'm being honest, I like talking to you. I always have. I think people underestimate how nice it is to have someone you can just exist with. not perform for, not impress, not entertain, just exist. Someone where the silence isn't awkward. Someone where you don't feel like you need to come up with something clever every time you talk. You can just be yourself. I think that's rare. And I think that's nice. So, tell me, how are you really doing? No automatic answers. Not the one you're going to give to everyone else. I want the real answer. How have you been? What's been on your mind lately? I wonder, what's been keeping you busy? What's been making you happy? What's been stressing you out? You don't actually have to answer, but I'd still like to know. I've always wondered what goes through your head when you're lying in bed at night. Everyone gets a lot more honest at night. It's harder to hide from yourself, harder to stay distracted. The day slows down. The noise fades away. And suddenly, it's just you and your thoughts. And sometimes that's nice. Sometimes it isn't. I think a lot of people carry things they never talk about. Little worries, little fears, little insecurities, things that they don't think anyone else would ever understand. But honestly, I think you'd be surprised. Most people carry something. Most people are trying their best. Most people are a little more tired than they let on. I know right now I am. Some days, most days, I feel like there aren't enough hours. I feel like I'm constantly moving from one thing to the next. And then when I finally get into bed, and my brain decides it's the perfect time to replay every conversation I've had for, the last 6 months. Does yours do that? Because mine absolutely does. Sometimes I think our brains just don't know when to clock out. I get that they're trying to be helpful, trying to solve problems, trying to keep us prepared. But every once in a while, I wish mine would just take the night off. Maybe yours needs the night off too. Maybe that's why you're still awake. Maybe that's why I'm talking to you right now. Maybe we both just needed a break. You know what I like about this? There's no pressure, no expectations, no timeline, no goal. We're not trying to accomplish anything. We're just talking. And honestly, I wish more things in life were like that. I think people spend so much time chasing the next thing. The next achievement, the next milestone, the next goal. And they forget to enjoy simple moments. Moments like this. A quiet room. A comfortable bed. A familiar voice. Nothing urgent. Nothing demanding your attention. Just peace. if I were actually there with you right now, I think we'd probably just be talking about random things. Things that don't matter but somehow become a lot more interesting at 2 in the morning. Favorite movies, embarrassing stories, places we'd like to visit, things we do if money wasn't a factor. All those weird rabbit holes conversations and the internet takes us. The things that make us laugh. The things that make us happy. The things that make life feel a little lighter. I think that's what everybody wants sometimes. Something lighter. Life gets heavy enough on its own. You know something? I don't think people hear this enough. You don't always need to have a plan. You don't always have to know exactly what you're doing. You don't always have to be moving forward at full speed. Sometimes it's okay to pause. Sometimes it's okay to breathe. Sometimes it's okay to just exist for a little while. That's what tonight feels like. A pause, a breath, a quiet moment before tomorrow starts. And I think that's a good thing. I can hear it in your voice. You're getting sleepy. Or maybe it's just me projecting. Maybe we're both getting sleepy. I think that's probably a good sign. You know, I'm glad I talked to you. I really am. I was sitting there wondering if I should, wondering if it was too late, wondering if I was bothering you. And now I'm glad I did. Because this feels nice. This feels comforting. This feels peaceful. I think we should do this more often. But not the trying to stay awake part. You know, the talking part. The checking in. The making time for each other. The reminding each other that we're not doing this whole life thing, alone. The room feels quieter now. The night feels softer. And honestly, I think I'm finally getting tired. Which is funny because that's exactly what I wanted. So I think I'm gonna let you get some sleep, and I'm gonna try and get some sleep too. But before I go, I just wanted you to know something. I'm really glad you're here. And I'm really glad we got to spend a little time together tonight. And I hope you sleep well. I hope tomorrow is kind to you. And I hope the next time you're lying awake, you remember that somebody was thinking about you. Good night. Sweet dreams. I'll talk to you soon.